guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk about how much I spent using my credit card in 2024. More specifically, how I am not really a fan of Amex and how I'm going back to my Visa this year. I decided to check my spending in this way because credit cards are so easy to spend and they really are just a swipe of a card, and you don't have to be as mindful with them as you would if you only had $20 and you had to make sure that $20 went a long way. Most credit cards have a much higher limit than $20, so you can get lost in the minutia of spending in everyday life, right? And I will say that in 2024, I specifically stopped using my Costco Visa and went to my American Express because I kind of had a suspicion about Amex and I wanted to test it. So the results from my little investigation, there are two parts that I'm going to talk about today. The first is going to be about like the points that I got from Amex and whether I found them valuable or not compared to the Visa, as well as like how much I actually spent according to the spending summary every year that I get from Amex and most credit cards, and also like where things made sense that I spent and also things that were surprising to me that I probably need to get fixed. And I will start with the points. And let me go by saying that points with American Express, in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, drop down in the comments if you disagree with me, but they are not as good as they say they are. So with American Express, you spend $1, you get a point, right? But in order for that point to really mean like $1 for you, as far as like cashing it out or getting something back for it, you have to spend $167 for every dollar that you can get back from it. And when I say get back from it, like either you can get a credit on your balance when you're paying off your card, or you can use it to buy things. Like they have specifically the one that I know about is they have a partnership with Amazon. So let's say you're buying something from Amazon, it's $100. Your points from Amex you can use, and it may take off like $2, $5, etc. So in 2024, the points that I got amounted to $314 that I could spend towards the benefits that I just talked about, as compared to Costco. The largest check that I got from Costco was $339. So neither of them are the best, but I will say Costco does give you a little bit more. So now that I know that my spending will average me about $30 worth of points a year for Amex, is it worth it? It really isn't to me. On top of that, Amex does a few things that I find kind of annoying. Amex does this thing where like if you are shopping for a plane ticket, you buy the plane ticket, usually plane tickets are between $250 to $450. They automatically put 3 charges of $30 to $40 on top of it as protection. But the thing is, if you are a value shopper and you're just trying to get the cheapest thing and you find a cheap flight, to see that automatically within 24 hours they add that other stuff kind of defeats the point. And it makes sense because they are such a worldwide company and they deal with international and national flights. But if that's not something I value right now, I am not going to appreciate it, right? And I think that's why I'm leaning on the opinion that Amex is for people who probably have a little bit of a higher income. And those people tend to have extra money to travel or do leisurely things. And in that case, that makes sense. But if you are a value person like I am at the moment, I don't want that. I just want to be able to use my credit card and that's it. So this is as opposed to my Costco Visa card, which to me is more of a value card and for value-based consumers, because you get the points and the points are fairly straightforward, as well as there are so many more embedded benefits when you get a Costco card. Now I will say with the Costco card, you have to spend the $60 to $65 for the national for the yearly fee. However, with that fee comes so many perks store side in addition to the credit card side. With Amex, whenever you do have to pay a fee, because you do, my card I don't, it's just the credit card. There are no store benefits. But with Costco, you can do things for your home a lot. You can do things with travel a lot. You can do things with rental cars a lot. And a lot of the extra fees that you would do outside of being a Costco member cost more money. And a lot of those fees as a Costco member and card holder are waived. So there's embedded value in being the Costco customer versus the Amex customer, in my opinion. Now, as far as my spending habits are concerned, before I give like the actual numbers, there are two things of context that I want to mention. First off is that I only used it as much as I could to garner up these points to do this experiments with the points. Also, I always paid it off every month, so there was never any rolling debt that I had. Now, in the yearly summary that they give you, that denotes all the spending that you did, they put it in different categories. And what I decided to do is look at my top 3 spending categories, my bottom 3 spending categories, and the categories that are in the middle that I found to be like the messy middle. So the top 3, I'll read them up here, is that it was for my car, which I spent $4,542.53. Second was groceries, was $2,166.11, and then the third was tuition, which was $1,513. I'm also going to school part-time. The bottom was cable, which is $322.10, my dentist, which is $400 even, and my accountant, which is $488.99. That makes sense because I don't spend that much on entertainment like that, so I'm happy with that. All the bottom stuff I was happy with because those are like certain things that I need, like a dentist and an accountant, and just a little bit of fun, but it's not that much money. And then y'all remember my car broke down last year. I had to fix it. And food, I think that's good. That's a healthy budget for food, and so forth. Now the messy middle were Amazon and perfumes. I have become a perfume girly. And as far as the perfumes, I spent almost $500, and then Amazon, I spent $1,029.10. And this investigation met my suspicion, whereas like if there was any type of money that I could curtail a little bit and bring in, it's superfluous things like shopping off of Amazon, because you know Amazon can be a rabbit hole. You can just go and spend stuff you don't really need. Those algorithms are tricky, but they like tug at your heartstrings. It's like, oh, I want that. That's nice, right? So, yeah, that's where I'm at. As far as like, I'm aware now that that's probably the only area that if I wanted to curtail, that's where I am going to curtail it. As y'all know, I'm doing a low spend here, not a no spend, but a low spend, just to buffer myself a little bit. I'm not completely stressed about finances at all, but it doesn't hurt. And I don't know, my spirit is just telling me, just relax a little bit. There's no time, there's no need to like spend a lot of money, and it's never gonna hurt to just, you know, be a little bit more conservative, at least for some part of the year. So in total, according to my credit card's yearly spending summary, I spent $18,877.61. And I think that's actually not bad. I think that that's a healthy amount, and most of that was for my needs. So I'm happy with it. I will say though, Amex is done for me. I'm not going to close it, but I'm not going to be actively using it. I'm going back to my Costco Visa, and I'm just going to use Amex if I go on an international trip, because I do think that's where the gotcha is with Amex. Amex is for people who do a lot of international stuff or just have higher salaries, in my opinion. That's the benefit, because they do have a robust network internationally for vendors and merchants. Yeah, so how did y'all's spending go as far as your credit cards going? Do y'all ever really look into your credit card spending specifically, or is it just like a general audit of your spending? Also, what credit card is your favorite? I think y'all see I'm a little biased about which one is mine, and no, I'm not sponsored by them. I just really like them, and when there's a good product out there, I love to share it with the world. But yeah, let me know in the comment what your favorite credit card is and why, and I will see you guys next week.